The other day, I had a random thought about how fast Raikichi truly is. I mean, after all, he is the self-proclaimed god of lightning and the fastest hero in the Shadow Fight tournament. So why not actually try to figure out if he is truly that fast or just a fraud? To start, let's put some rules in place. 1. I cannot use his in-game animations to find out his real speed. This is for a few reasons, but most notably, we cannot dictate if this is actually lightning or not. In power scaling and stuff, they usually don't like to use stuff like this. For all we know, it's just artificial and that it just looks like lightning. Additionally, the actual lightning speeds themselves are extremely inconsistent, so it's best to disregard them and say they are purely for hype and aura. Instead, I will be using his cinematic featuring his duel with E2 to scale his speed. So now that we've got those out of the way, let's get to calculating. So, in Raikichi's trailer, we see the scene of Raikichi running towards E2 before being slowed down, before speeding up and going so fast that even E2 cannot attack him. From this, we can set a few things that we need to solve for. 1. We need to find the factor of E2's time manipulation, that being how much he actually slows time down. He doesn't actually stop time, after all, right? Then, using that, we need to find how fast Raikichi was running during the time stop initially. And then, after he speeds up, we need to calculate how fast he was then. So essentially when he perception blitzed E2 right before his time manipulation ended. So, because that's the regular solving order, let's go in that order.
I am the greatest of all time. And if you think otherwise, you're just not that smart, okay?
At first glance, it definitely looks like E2 stopped time. The raindrops around him seem to have froze mid-air. Even as Raikichi runs, the rain remains static mid-air. But this isn't the truth. We can see the puddle on the floor as Raikichi runs, still spread as raindrops fall, albeit extremely slowly. This tells us that though the rain has stopped, time itself has not stopped. From here, we can assume that the rain is heavy, as after all, it is a thunderstorm. Rain in a thunderstorm falls at an average speed of 9 meters per second when it's around human height. To seem as if it's motionless, it would have to be slowed down an insane amount, to the point that it is traveling centimeters a second. So let's put the speed it has slowed down to around that benchmark, 1 centimeter a second. And in doing so, we can estimate that time is slowed down approximately 900 times. Okay, cool. Part 1 done. With that, let's find out how fast Raikichi is running.
You should get a medal. The slowest fighter of Shadow Tournament.
Raikichi, as we have established, despite being slowed down, still appears to be running normally under the effects of time manipulation. Meaning, to estimate, we should say that Raikichi is running at 900 times this normal speed of a top athlete. We'll use the figure of running around 10 meters a second, which is considered a great sprinting speed. For reference, Usain Bolt ran at a maximum of 12.6 meters per second in his record. From here, the calculation is easy. 900 times 10 is 9,000. Meaning that to appear that he is running normally during time manipulation, he would have to be running at 9,000 meters a second, or 32,400 kilometers an hour, or around Mach 26. To compare, Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen is estimated to be around Mach 10. So to say that he is at least fast is an understatement. By the way guys, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me out quite a lot. There's been a lot of growth on the channel and I really want to get to be in the big leagues basically, you know, of SFA YouTube. So help me out on my journey there. Leave a comment, like the video, all of that. So yeah, I'm not going to take too much of your time. Let's get back to the video.
We could be, friends maybe? No, probably not.
So obviously we're not done yet. As I mentioned before, he speeds up once more right before the time manipulation ends, so that not even E2 can catch him. Calculating this speed is the hardest, as not only is it not shown very well, but it is only shown for around half a second before time manipulation ends, so we're basically going to have to do a lot of funky calculations here. The viewpoint, or whatever is following Raikichi, is keeping up with him prior to speeding up. Once he speeds up, however, he goes completely out of view. In fact, at 60 FPS, in 6 frames, he completely goes out of frame. The frame in this section covers around 1/3 of his body, as he's bending down slightly as he runs. That means in 0.1 seconds, he sped up to a speed that whatever camera thing could not follow him, despite it doing so previously. To make these calculations easier, we will say that he was running at 10 meters per second, and then the camera was at the same speed. In order to speed up that quickly to get off screen, he'd have to have sped up to roughly 20 meters per second. As such, we can say he sped up to be twice as fast. So that means when Raikichi charges up, he runs at 18,000 meters per second, or Mach 52. Insane work, Lightning Man.
You train hard, I train smart. And also hard. Harder than you.
Now that we have our numbers, let's compare them to actual lightning to determine if he's truly the god of lightning or not. Lightning has a few parts, so why not compare the speed of all of them? The first part is the faint, basically guide for the actual lightning, called the stepped ladder. This is around 200,000 meters per second. After it strikes the ground and makes contact, the bright lightning flash goes upwards towards the cloud, called the return stroke. This is around 28,000 to 56,000 meters per second. And finally, sometimes the channel is so conductive, something called a dart leader goes back down, creating the flicker leg effect lightning has. This is also around 200,000 to 300,000 meters per second. So essentially, even compared to the slowest speed of lightning, Raikichi is still extremely gapped, as it's roughly 1.5 times as fast as his top speed. Bearing in mind that this is just a low ball. Compared to the actual lightning strike people refer to as lightning speed, he isn't even close, more than 5 times slower than that. So, tough luck, Raikichi. It appears you were, in fact, still way slower than lightning. So pack it up. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more power scaling or jokey videos in the future, make sure to let me know in the comments so I can dictate my future path. I know a lot of you guys were wanting me to create a guide video, but I cannot make another guide video. The other one completely destroyed me. I need at least like a 1 to 2 week break, so bear with me with that. Alright, trust me, another guide will be coming soon, but I don't know when. But until then, stay tuned and have a good day, night, or afternoon. Bye.